Just as sunflowers chase the sun, inductees into the South Dakota Hall of Fame chase their dreams day after day, year after year. The 700-plus inductees in the Hall of Fame come from all backgrounds and corners of our state. What their stories have in common is their unwavering courage and belief in their dreams. These dream chasers are an inspiration for us all to strive for excellence and believe in our own potential to chase dreams well into the future.
During his tenure at South Dakota State University, Robert Burns received many teaching awards, including being named College of Arts and Sciences Teacher of the Year 7 different times. Bob was invited by his undergraduate mentor to join the political science faculty of SDSU for a 1-year term appointment. His 1-year term appointment transformed into a 38-year professional career as an educator, where he had a positive impact on hundreds of students. During the last decade of his tenure at SDSU, he served as the first dean of the SDSU Honors College while continuing his teaching and department head duties.
Hello, I'm Miles Beacom with the South Dakota Hall of Fame, and today I have an incredible individual to interview, and that is Bob Burns, who was inducted into the South Dakota Hall of Fame in 2016. Welcome, Bob.
Well, it's a great pleasure to be here. I appreciate what the South Dakota Hall of Fame is doing to create this file of those that have been inducted into the Hall, and I look forward to our conversation.
Well, Bob, thank you very much for taking the time today. And to start with, could you start with just giving an overview of your life, being raised in the Flandreau area and some of those things?
Well, as you just stated, I was raised in Flandreau and graduated from Flandreau High School, and I was given an opportunity to attend South Dakota State University. I took advantage of that to attend undergraduate work there, and I went through ROTC while I was at South Dakota State University, but received a deferment for active duty to attend graduate school. And completion of my graduate coursework, I went active duty, served in Vietnam for a year, and while in Vietnam I received a letter from my former mentor at South Dakota State University, the late Professor J.P. Hendrickson, asking if I'd be interested in a 1-year appointment at SDSU while another faculty member was on leave. And I eagerly accepted that great opportunity, and that 1 year turned into 38 years at South Dakota State University. I spent my entire professional life there at the university.
You mentioned earlier, too, that you went in the ROTC. Why did you do that?
Well, for a couple of reasons. My brother, Chuck, had gone through USD and was in ROTC, and I always tried to follow in his footsteps the best I could. It wasn't always possible, but I thought I would follow that same path. Plus, I felt at that time a responsibility toward our nation. Really viewed military service as a part of that obligation.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service. And then you did go to Vietnam.
Yes.
And can you share a little bit about that experience?
Well, during the Vietnam War period, promotion within the company grade officers was fairly quick. In fact, I'd been promoted to first lieutenant before I even went active duty. And then after just 1 year, while on active duty, I was promoted to captain. So when I went to Vietnam, I was an Army military intelligence captain.
Well, congratulations, and again, thank you for your service. I don't think there's a lot of people that realize your service in Vietnam as well, which is important. And then you had the opportunity, leaving Vietnam, again, you mentioned a 1-year stint at SDSU. And tell us about that. What were you going to do in that 1 year, and how did it develop into how many years? 38?
38. Well, I initially was invited because one of the faculty members was on sabbatical. And Professor Hendrickson approached then President Briggs and asked if a a new position couldn't be authorized for the political science department so that I could stay on. And President Briggs authorized that. And
Bob, you're a pretty humble person, but you received just about every award there's possible at SDSU, didn't you, during your career?
My instruction was consistently well received by the students. And as a result, students were supportive of my recognition throughout my career. And then my peers recognized me, and my administrative superiors. But the greatest reward is what I continue to receive, and that's compliments from past students thanking me for my instruction. And again, that's the greatest reward.
Bob, what do you think was your biggest challenge? And that could be growing up, Vietnam, it could be your 38 years at SDSU. What do you see as your biggest challenge, and how did you overcome it?
Well, in the early age, the financial obstacle. But again, I had a door of opportunity open up, and I was able to take advantage of that and overcome the financial challenge of being able to advance my education. Later in my career, I had some career disappointments where I sought certain positions that I did not achieve, and just frankly had to regroup and refocus and look for other opportunities, which I was fortunate came along, and I was able to feel very satisfied professionally. And
what's I think amazing is sometimes you see people not receive those opportunities, they throw the towel in and they just quit, and here you looked for other opportunities then and continued and stayed the path versus just throwing in the towel, which is great for you, your success. It's great for SDSU. It's great for South Dakota. But sometimes you're going to be dealt something that isn't the way you had thought it would work out. But you were able to overcome that challenge as well, and I think that's important for people to understand.
Well, that's very true. And upon reflection, and reflection, of course, is always better after the fact, isn't it? I think the fact that some of what I sought was not achieved worked out to the best of me. Among other things, it kept me in the classroom.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and a great way to close. And Bob, I just want to again say thank you for your time today. Congratulations on being a 2016 inductee into the South Dakota Hall of Fame, and thank you for all that you've done for South Dakota. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Miles. It's been a delightful conversation with you.
Thank you.